Okay, so I'm gonna show you some color mixing. Let's say I only have red, yellow, and blue. These are the primary colors. These colors can mix and make all the other colors. They are the source. Now you can see I have those other colors, but I could still use only these three to get everything I need. So when I want to make the second group of colors, the secondary, I'm gonna take two primaries and mix it together. So between red and yellow is going to be this secondary. I'm gonna take a little bit more yellow than red, since red is a really strong color, and that's gonna make a nice orange. Again, a lot of yellow. And I know that the yellow is gonna get mixed with blue because blue's over here. And that's gonna give me a beautiful green. And then, of course, my last pair is red and blue. And those are both pretty strong colors, so I'm gonna do equal parts, red and blue. I'm gonna get a nice violet or purple color. So I've got the primary and secondary colors. The third and final group is called tertiary. So tertiaries are these in-between or intermediate colors, and they're named after the two colors you use to make it. So red and orange make red-orange. So red and orange make red-orange. This is one of the warm colors. These over here are gonna be our warms. If I take red and purple or violet, I get a nice red-violet color. Kind of a magenta, sort of. Okay, so now I'm gonna mix purple with blue to get a nice blue-violet. You'll notice that the primary color is always first when naming those. Blue and green is gonna give me a nice teal, so green. Blue. Kind of a blue, green, or teal color. Green and yellow, I get one of my favorite colors, yellow-green. Bright, springy, very nice color. And then finally, yellow and orange will give me yellow-orange. So this is how you can create a 12-hue color wheel. You'll notice I did use the secondary colors to make these tertiaries for the sake of time, but I could have just used the red, yellow, and blue to do it. Furthermore, colors across from each other on the color wheel are called complementary. So if I'm painting with red and I don't want it to be so bright, I can come over and grab some green, and that will kind of soften that red a little bit. If I mix them together perfectly half and half, I end up with like sometimes a gray or sometimes like a brown color, depending on what I'm using. So again, if I have a really bright blue and I want to soften it a little bit, I can grab just a little orange, and that will soften the blue just a little bit. Same thing with yellow and violet. Now I've got kind of a more mustardy yellow. If I want to lighten a color, I can obviously add white to make a tint. So here I've got a nice white, add just a touch of orange, and I have a light orange or a tint of that color. If I want to make a shade, I'm going to mix, or actually a tone. If I want to make a tone of a color, I'm going to mix in gray. So let's say I've got violet and I want to make a tone. I'm going to mix in some gray, and now I've got a nice softened toned violet. And then finally, if I want to make a shade, I'll take a color and a little bit of black, and that'll make a shade. Good for shadows and those sorts of things. So you can see how I can get a variety of tones, tints, and shades by mixing together the colors.